We made it outside. We made it about a block.
We made it at least 2 blocks, and we started running. Floor by floor, it started popping out.
It was like, it was if they had detonated.
Yeah,
as if they were
detonated,
planned to
yeah.
take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
All the way down. I was watching it and running.
Conditions 565 priority.
Conditions 5-7, go.
Was involved in a secondary explosion at Tower 1K. I've got 5 patients. They need to be treated and transported. K. I have them in my command car. You have to direct me to the nearest treatment center.
7 Tom, proceed.
On Broadway and Warren Street with Captain Olszewski. She's told us that any ambulances south of Warren Street on Broadway or any other location Warren Street because of the secondary explosion. We've got numerous people covered with dust from the secondary explosion.
Be advised, that was during the explosion. I saw Mr. Duke. Is he on the air?
That's okay.
Alright, 10-4. Go ahead, Tag.
Central. Central. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to raise the officer from the explosion. How we're going in. What do you got up there, Steve? I'm still in voice stairway, 74th floor, no smoke or fire problem. The walls are breached, so be careful. Yeah, 10-4, I saw that on 68. Ready, come on over. Ready, come on over by us. Guys, we got... Hey, Ready, 415. We got tons isolated pockets of fire. We should be able to knock it down with 2 lines. They know that. 78th floor, numerous 1045 cold lines. What scared you, Mario?
This is how it's been since day one. Oh, it's unbelievable. And this is 6 weeks later, almost 6 weeks later. And as we get closer to the center of this, it gets hotter and hotter. It's probably 1,500 degrees. We've had some small windows into what we thought was a core at some point, and it looked like an oven. You know, it was just roaring inside. And it's just a bright reddish orange color. See that stuff he's pulling out? What was that, Chief? We're gonna hold off on the water. See the stuff he's pulling out?
Yeah.
It's red hot. If we hit it too much steam, you won't be able to see what he's doing.
Great.
Never before in history has a steel-framed high-rise building collapsed simply because of fire. On 9/11, by coincidence, 3 such buildings collapsed within 10 to 16 seconds. Almost free fall speed. In other words, if you had dropped a brick from the top of the World Trade Center, it would have taken about that time to hit the ground. If fire could even conceivably bring down steel-framed buildings, would bring them down very slowly. The steel would bend and fall this way and that way. It'd be a very slow process. The pictures that we see are consistent with what is called controlled demolition. When a company fills a building with explosives, times the explosives in just the right way to bring the building straight down into its own footprint. And that's what we see with all three buildings.
Managed implosion of the building. If you've seen many of the managed demolitions where they implode a building and they cause it essentially to fall vertically because they cause all of the vertical columns to fail simultaneously. That's exactly what it looked like, and that's what happened.
It was live on television. I mean, just literally millions of people.
You have 2 110-story office buildings. You don't find a desk. You don't find a chair. You don't find a telephone, a computer. The biggest piece of a telephone I found was half of the keypad, and it was about this big. The building collapsed to dust.